Hello everybody and welcome to another amazing Merry Marvelite stream. Thank you all for joining me on this wonderful weekend. I hope everybody is having a sensational Sunday thus far. I farted a couple of minutes ago and it stank a little bit. But speaking of stinky farts, we're playing Spider-Man 3 for the Xbox 360. Thank God. We didn't think we could do it, but we figured out a way to do it. We put the disc in the system, because I didn't get that mad to, break it last time. Second stream went better than the first. Second one went better than the first. And we always know that things are best the third time around. That's why we're playing Spider-Man 3 for the third time. Clearly, this is going to be the best Spider-Man game based off the best Spider-Man movie, and this will be the best Spider-Man stream anybody has ever tuned into. Hopefully, God willing. Cat is over there. There she is. That's the baby. Hi, Razzle. Hey, baby. How you doing? His aunt was here, but he's behind the television now. He's chilling. He's being a good boy. Hi, boy. How you doing? Oh, yeah, you lying down? Oh, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. You can't see him. You can't see him. Anyway, let's get back into the game. Let's start this up. But first, Jakester wants a smash point. Let's make that happen for Jakester, because that will be excellent. Look at Spider-Man's tight little booty there. Look at this lad. Don't need this. I do need this. There we go. Smash point for Jakester. Puts him up to level 2 for the month of December, and we love that for him. Alright, what are we doing? Where's our map? Where are we going? We were just doing, Robbie missions last time. I guess we can just keep doing those. It seems to make sense to just kind of do the Robbie missions, since we're here. This is the spot where they are. So, kind of seems meant to make sense to just kind of do those while we're at the spot where they are. Let's see, how do I... Oh, Sammy wants a smash point too. We gotta do that. I think Robbie is over here. This is like a race or something. Bomb tour. I don't want to do those. I don't want to do optional side mission stuff. No thank you. Not in this one. Not in this one. Alright, let's get in here. Let's get in here and then tend to some business. We can yeah, there's the holy cow. And they're very proud of the holy cow story. There's a couple of them afoot. New appearance of the spider. Apparently they've only got a couple of noteworthy stories here. Is that, yeah, Manhattan. Neat. Anyway, we'll let Xbox 360 Toby chill here for a second. Cat, how's it going? While we... Speaking of cat. Cat. Cat, cat, cat. Sammy says that it's treat time. Would you like a treat, buddy? You want a treat? Still a little bit of dust attached to some of these from where Razzle knocked the thing over yesterday. Here you go. That one's clean. Hi, Razzle. Yeah. There you go. Alright. Let's go down. Wait. Sammy also wants a smash point. We'll do that. That'll put Sammy at level 2 for the month of December. And that's that one. Then Cat wants a smash point. That puts Cat at level 2. And then... Hang on, mark that one as done. And then it's another treat time. Here goes Ant. Good boy. Here you go, Razzle. Good girl. Num 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 num. Good luck getting into this one while I'm not looking. I'm laying it right there. You can poke at it and you won't get in there. So that's the treat time. Let's see. Blue wants a smash point. Let's make that happen. That puts Blue up to level 2. Level 2 Blue. And Tony wants one as well, which puts her on the board for the month. Excellent. And Boop There we go. Let's get back to chat here. Yes, we're back to the best Spider-Man game that ever been made. I mean, just look at it. Just look at it. Yes, Kat, how's it going? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I hope you were doing wonderfully as well, Blue Fang Wolf. Do you think they'll check anyone who will play Spider-Man's ass to see if it looks good in the spandex? Hey, Spider-Man's got to have a little bit of cake. That's the thing. Razzle's like, it's too far away. Yeah, Razzle's like... I love her, though. Look at that sweet baby. She's a good girl. She's just sitting there waiting now. She always wants more. Yes, Tony has a going. Cat, Zilla, Jakester. Blue, Jurassic Jacob. Appa's in here. Hope everybody's doing well. Having played PS4 Spidey now, this game seems even worse. I haven't actually played the PS4 one myself. I've watched a playthrough of it, and we are absolutely going to play it on the channel. But that is in the future. I think we're going through a bit of a I've been like more or less going through the games in release order. So we've hit like a bit of a rough patch here. From like Ghost Rider to Spider-Man 3. The next one, I'm pretty sure it'll be good. I need the test of the disc on it. But the next one we get to, if it's the one I'm planning, we're actually going to be jumping back in time a little bit. It'll be a slightly older one on the GameCube. But yeah, overly we're going in release order. Yeah, fun to go in release order. Yeah, like I picked up just like, I've got like a ton of Marvel games for like Xbox 360 and PS4. And yeah, we're just gonna, like, go through them. So I think when we get to, like, Spider-Man PS4, that might be one that we actually, like, I'm not promising that I'm gonna go full completion on it, but based on my understanding of that game and how the completion mechanics work in that, we might go for that. That might be like the first one that we actually go for, like, out of the Marvel games. It might be the first one that we go for like a platinum trophy kind of thing, which is not something I normally do. I'm not promising a platinum, but I'll at least try and we'll see what the options are. 100% completion isn't always my jam, but it depends on what it is. "5 years has made quite the change to Alice." Is that What was that? The person you drew in your art piece? The character that you did an art of? By the way, if you guys are not on the Discord server, you should be in there. And you can see some extra stuff. Could be kind of hard. Has platinums. Yeah, platinums tend to be hard. Yeah. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna do platinum, but. Like I said, it depends. I'll check it out and see what's in there. Anyway, we were gonna do a mission for Robbie. Good old Robbie Robertson. We like Robbie. Robbie is fun. Robbie is a genuinely good character. Alright, where are we to? Where's Robbie? Where am I going? I didn't have the mission selected on the map, so it's not pointing me directly at it. I think he's around here. There we go. Hi, Robbie.
You're gonna think this is nuts, but we're getting calls about a UFO flying over the city. People are seeing something, and I want a photo of it.
Okay.
UFOs? Hope Mysterio isn't back.
That's what I was thinking, because Mysterio was in the, first game? First or second one? He was in one of the previous games. Maybe I think it was the second one. I think it was Spider-Man 2 had Mysterio, and he was doing, like, fake space alien stuff. I think that. But that line does confirm that this game, like, the trilogy of games take place, like, in their own timeline.
Robbie said the UFO was last seen flying around here somewhere.
Okay. Take 4 different pictures of the UFO. Take a picture of its vertical and horizontal thrusters. Take a picture of it while it's in mid-flight without the thrusters. With its force field disengaged.
It could be a real UFO, right?
Yeah, more cringe than that guy. Yeah, I don't know about that one. That's a hard level of cringe to measure up to. Oh, there it is. Wait, what? Hang on. A button. Xbox controller. Okay. Hovering UFO
It's making a
taken.
run.
Oops. Okay. How hard is this going to be? How hard is this going to be? These camera controls aren't exactly buttery smooth. They're not the worst, but... Huh? What? Ugh. What was it? I had like a tweet or something at some point where I basically said something along the lines of the real cringe is being dickheads to random strangers on the internet for no reason or something like that. But, you know. That's also the kind of, you know, that kind of outrage content is also something I cannot actively watch or, like, react to or get involved in. I just don't care. Boy, hang in there, camera. Oh, I can wall run. I think I need to hold a button to do it. There's a way to do it. I don't know if it's super reliable, though. I mean, it probably is. I don't know if you can, like, go from a wall run to a stick or something. Not even genuine outrage. Yeah, that seems about right. I'll be honest with you, like, I'm aware of the name, so, like... Where the frick is this thing? I vaguely, like, know who he is and what he does, but I have never watched, like, a single solitary second of a video that he's done, because why would I do that to myself? Oh, there it is. Wait, where? Oh, there. Wait, what? What are we doing here? Oops, that's not the right button. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Let me... Okay, Spidey, you just stand here. Thank you, camera. Where's the UFO? Where? There it is. Where'd it go? Alright, hang on. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, there. Okay. If I wait here, it'll, like, loop back around to the same spot, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's just hold on for a sec here. It'll come back, I think. Hello? Mr. UFO? But yeah, that is definitely the kind of content that I prefer not to engage with at all. It's like 20 channels you told YouTube to stop suggesting to you because you watch one video and your recommendations become full of awful people. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I feel that. For sure. That is, is that coming back around or not? I guess not. It was over here just a second ago. That count?
Stay still for a minute.
Oh, dang it. Alright, is it going to come up here again? Yeah, be excellent to each other. There you go. The good old, the Bill and Ted thing. Oh, you mother... Okay, I think what's happening is when I put my thing over it, it flies away. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Yeah, a lot of the times, like if I see something in my YouTube recommendations that's like, this thing you like is crap and here's why, I'm like, don't recommend. I don't need that. Stay mad, bro, I guess. Whatever. I got, better things to worry... Where the flippin' hip-de-doo? Hang on, let me... Hang on a sec. Let me... Okay, he still does it. It, like, takes a second to do it. in, yeah, you have to charge your jump in this game, which means there's a bit of a delay on the jump, but, after, like, I press the button, it takes a second before he starts charging it. So, like, there's naturally a delay on the jump because of the charge mechanic on it, but it seems like there's a second of extra delay on the jump in this game. So getting off of the, ground is weird. Why Thing is bad, because it's not like people have different opinions, is it? Yeah, and I mean, it's not even like... A lot of the times, it doesn't even sound like it comes off as genuine. I hit B instead of A. God damn it, I'm used to... This is the danger of switching back and forth between Nintendo and Xbox controllers. What? Okay, hang on. Missions. Cloak disengaged, side jet, vertical jet, mid-flight. Yeah, so mid-flight, vertical jet, and side jet. I guess I'll try to catch it while it's moving. I hit B again. I hit B again. This is my bad. Okay, this is... Where to go? 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 Hang on. Alright, got it. Mid-flight. Sweet.
Jeez, that thing is fast.
Yeah, and, like, well, this is not necessarily something I would, I care to engage in a lot myself, or watch myself, particularly if it's something I've already decided that I enjoy, like negative reviews of stuff, but it's one thing if people at least have, like, well-constructed criticisms of stuff. Like, you know, if they if they're talking about how they didn't enjoy the plot, or, you know, character criticisms that are, you know, actually valid or whatever, like stuff that doesn't just come off as complainy. But like, let's not mince words. We all know what we're talking about here when there are people who get their knickers all up in a twist and just be like, oh, is woke nonsense. It's SJW propaganda, or whatever they're calling it. And I can't take stuff like that seriously as actual criticism, because when somebody, most of the time when someone slams something for being woke, quote unquote, I am, like, my first question is, what do you mean by the word woke in this context? Because I'm not entirely sure what you know, that you know what you mean. Like, it reeks to me less of any actual criticism of storytelling or media, and more so just using buzzwords because they're angry that either a woman or a person of color had a prominent role. Let's see. So I gotta take pictures of the thrusters or something. My bad again. Alright, A button is the bottom button. How am I supposed to take... They say it's woke because they don't like it being inclusive. That's probably a good way to put it. But, yeah, whenever... If someone was to... hang on, I need to be... okay, I guess I need to be standing here. Oh. Okay, hang on, hang on. But yeah, if someone... If someone calls something woke as a criticism, then yeah, I immediately have several questions. The first of which is, what do you mean by the word woke? Like, I would want them to define it for me. And second of all, 3 questions, yeah. What do you mean by the word woke? In what way is this piece of media, in what way does that fall into the category that you were talking about? And how is that a negative thing? I guess... like, as soon as it takes off, maybe? Like, if I catch, like, the little trail of it there? What do we got here? Creative negative review of Doctor Who Series 11 and 12 made you realize just how amazing 13 was. 5 hours, but yeah, deconstruct every episode to explain why the characterization and the storytelling was not up to snuff. You looked at in Series 13, the writers definitely took the criticism to heart, because the characterization with storytelling was actually on point. Yeah, and that makes more sense, because, you know, that's actually media criticism in a way that you can engage with. I think what I need to do here is take a picture, like, while the trail is, like, on the thing and still going. Oh, I hope your keyboard is okay, Jacob. Oh, it's nothing, like, damaged or anything. It's probably fine, right? Probably fine. You can, like, chuck the keys out of it and... I keep hitting B, and that's my bad. I'm too slow. Oh. Nope. Oh. Dang it. You're lying down in a weird position. I think you're okay, though. If you're gonna take the keys out to clean it, make sure to take a picture first. So you know where to put them back. Assuming it's the kind of keyboard that it's easy to take the keys out of. Mine is like that. Damn it.
Stay still for a minute.
This is like I think I know what I need to do, and I'm trying to get the timing right on it.
It keeps zigzagging around.
Where'd it go? Where'd it... There, oh.
It keeps zigzagging around. Stay still for a minute.
Frick. Oh my god. Okay, where'd it go? I don't even know if it's that frustrating. I'm just like... I'm trying to line up the shot. Yeah, if I need to do what I think I need to do... I almost want to just, like, spam the frickin' shutter and hope I get lucky. Yuck. I look like Scott the Woz and Peter Parker. Scott here. I've only watched, like, some of his videos recently. But he seems funny. I was unfamiliar with his work until fairly recently. And I watched some of his videos. Like, oh, these are good. I like these. He does some interesting gaming content. Son of a dick. Son of a... That... No. Damn it. Oh, close.
Stay still for a minute.
Oh! Yes! Okay, got it. Got one. Alright, sweet. Whew. Okay. Hey y'all, Mary here. Have you ever tried to take a picture of a UFO as it takes off? Apparently it's a pain in the ass. Alright, follow the UFO. But yeah, like I've had, not a lot, but I've had like comments on some of my videos here and there about people talking about, you know, saying something like, oh, shit is like woke now or whatever. Spidey? There we go. But it's, funny how that only ever comes up when people are talking about it in reference to, characters who are, either women or people of color. Pretty much the only time that ever actually comes up. Pretty sure Marvel has always been like that. Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, you know, it's how people talk about, how, comic books are too political nowadays. And it's like, compared to when? Alright, so I need to get it vertical jet photo. So I think what I need to do here is, like, get a picture of it, like, while it's going up. They've always been political. They were, like, I guess it depends on your definition of political, but I feel like it was more political back when, you know, Iron Man literally fought communists all the time, you know, that kind of thing. Captain America punching Hitler on the cover of his first appearance in 1941. Where is the thing? It's over there. Okay. Okay. I'd try and catch it while it's go. Oh! Oh, did that count? I think it counted. Ah, perfect. Thank God.
Back to the Bugle.
Yeah, Magneto was a Holocaust survivor. Yes. Just, yeah, look at, like, the themes in the X-Men and where they went with a lot of that stuff. Black Widow is an ex-Russian spy. Oh, yeah. Yep. Like, I wanna figure out a way to do a litmus test of, so, for people who haven't seen the latest video, the latest video is about a character named the Swordsman. And I want to, like, figure out a way to do this as a litmus test. And, like, take the Swordsman and his potentially estranged daughter, the Swordswoman, who's a more recent character, and, like, find a way to, like, ask, like, okay, the Swordsman and the Swordswoman, which of these characters do you think is more politically charged? We've got the Swordsman, who is a Frenchman who grew up in a Southeast Asian nation that was under French occupation for his entire life, and when he turned 18, he joined the rebel army of Sinkangese natives to help fight back against his own people who had been occupying that country for over 100 years, and basically helped start a revolution that kicked off the Sinkangese War, which is basically a Marvel parallel to the Vietnam War. Before he escaped to the his allies turned on him, he escaped the country and became an international mercenary. So there's the Swordsman, that's his deal, versus the Swordswoman, his daughter, who is a more recent character, who is a gay woman. Which of those characters do you think that certain people would refer to as politically charged? Gotta be ready to pick up your son. All right, Jacob, I hope you have a good day. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you. And, like, yeah, that's a thought I had while editing that video for some reason. So I was like, just seeing that the swordswoman was a gay woman, and I was just like, I couldn't help but have that thought. I was like, I bet some people would call this character political, and then you look at the swordsman. Vento, thank you for the resub. How's it going? For the tier 2 as well for 21 months. That's so many months. Thank you, I appreciate that. I hope you're having a good weekend thus far. Political is when woman's or gay. Everyone knows that. Yeah, that's that seems to be how some people look at it. And I don't want to assume what's in anybody else's head, because I can never, truly know someone else's thought process. But, once again, that's why my first instinct would be to ask someone. They say something is too political. What do you mean by that? In what way? What does that mean to you? What do you mean by the word woke in this context? What are you trying to say here? Let's get down to brass tacks. Let's, because when it comes to word choice and word use, it can be very easy to get caught up on that, I try to, as a general rule, for myself, accept the fact that words, as they exist, don't necessarily have intrinsic meaning. People say that words mean things, but not really, not in any intrinsic sense. Words have meaning in the sense that they have usages that are defined by people. And in some cases, words have baggage. Some words have a lot of baggage. But that is also why, in certain cases, okay, let's put aside the specific words that you are trying to say, or that you are using, and, let's, try and drill down beyond that and figure out what you were actually trying to say, because at face value, in some cases, for these people that yell about wokeness, that complain about political correctness, that, use SJW like a 4-letter word, at face value, it sounds like there's some nasty stuff going on behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like there are some phobias going on inside their brain. So it's kind of like, what you almost want to do is kind of really drill down, and because you kind of already know it, but you almost want to get them to say it, and also get them to say what they think is going on in their own brain, I guess. Or, I guess they would know better than you, because once again, you don't want to assume what's in someone else's head, just generally speaking. But, where they're actually trying to come from. And that's not me trying to say that we should go, really understand the mind of someone who is misogynistic or homophobic and really sympathize with them. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, try and, really drill down and, try and figure out, what are you trying to get at here? And the fact of the matter is that most of the time, if you do that, they will do whatever mental gymnastics are necessary to avoid directly answering that, because they know on some level that it's not going to sound good if they really drill down to the core of it, of where it's all coming from. It's not gonna be a good look for them if you do really pull that out and just hold it up to the light. And they will avoid that at all costs. How much you have to prod before they go mask off? Yes. What's going on here? The message about being gay was hidden from your chat on mobile? What? Currently battling Final Fantasy XIV Super Boss, the login queue. I have. You are the third person I've seen talk about that recently. Something's going on in Final Fantasy XIV. That game must be popular lately. I know nothing about online multiplayer games, and I do not follow the events of those specifically, but you were like the third person in the last 24 hours that I've seen casually mentioned somewhere that, oh yeah, no, we're waiting to get in. Someone said something being gay is inherently political or something. Didn't see it in chat, but saw it on your stream. Weird. Or was that the was that what Zilla said? Because Automod caught that, and then I let it through. Yeah, that was the one. I think that was Automod. And all right, I will give this. I will give the credit to this. So full credit to this. Automod caught the fact. Caught the words butts head, and dumb. So it wasn't actually the word gay that tripped that sentence. So we'll give some credit where credit is due there. It was the word dumb that Automod got caught up on there. The word dumb and the word butts. Sometimes Automod gets caught up on weird combinations. That is dumb. Yeah, I think it was because it was specifically said butts, head, and dumb in the same thing. I don't know. Maybe it was like too much that sounded like it was, Sam, what are you doing? Get out of there. Yeah, sometimes Automod catches stuff weird. No, I think it's, like, Automod catches stuff weird where it's like, okay, I can understand why Automod would catch that. If it thought that it was like something being directed at the streamer. This one is particularly weird because I don't think I would be all that offended if somebody called me a dumb butt. Hi, buddy. Mwah. He's a good boy. Robbie, I got those UFO pictures.
Looks like a new page one for tomorrow's edition.
Shutterbug. Nice. You have anything else for me, or was that it? I guess that's it. I should have looked up the achievement for that. What was the actual... Completed all Daily Bugle photo missions. Hey, we only had one left. Okay, so that was the end of it. I've only gotten 3 achievements in this entire game so far. Alright, good to know. Alright, slick. So, was it aliens? I have no idea. I was expecting there to be a little bit more after that, honestly. No, so, yeah, that was... So that was the last photo mission, because we got the achievement for it. But there was no resolution on the UFO thing. Is that gonna come up in another mission line, or is that just... Whatever. I guess we don't get to know what the deal with that was. Guess aliens are canon to the Raimiverse now. We'll assume that it was the Tinkerer thing. There was a very early on in the Spider-Man books, he fought a villain called the Tinkerer. And at the end of that issue, it was basically implied that the Tinkerer was an alien because Spider-Man, like down in his lair, he found like the Tinkerer working with aliens, and then at the end, like he gets away and like he finds like a mask of the Tinkerer's face. And then like 200 issues later, it's like, I think it's like issue like almost at 200 or maybe a little bit after. It's around that area where he fought the Tinkerer for the second time. And you find out it's like, what? No, I'm not an alien. That was all a trick. And they actually retconned in that the aliens that he was working with was Mysterio and his crew. And they were basically using it as cover so that they could get away scot-free if they got caught. So it was all just like a big setup kind of thing. Which actually would be funny if it was related to that in some way, because then it would be related to Mysterio, who Spider-Man mentioned already in this, so blah blah blah. I think Spider-Man 2, not Amazing Spider-Man 2, is very close second to Spider-Man PS4. Spider-Man 2, I said this when we were playing it, Spider-Man 2 is very... Oh, here we go. Hang on, Automat. There we go. Spider-Man 2 is very good in in terms of like swinging around and just doing like the random missions and stuff, that's very fun. The problem with Spider-Man 2 is that a lot of the actual missions and boss fights are not super well designed. They're not the worst, but they're not great. The fun of Spider-Man 2 is just being an open world like Spider-Man simulator, being able to swing around New York City. In that regard, it's pretty darn good. Let's see, what was I doing? Next. Apocalypse Part 2. Let's select that one. So, select. Great for the time, but it's not really held up. Yeah, that's the other thing. And, you know, that's kind of what I said when we started this one, is that the Spider-Man 2 game was more ambitious, and it feels like it hasn't aged exactly well. This game, I'll stand by this. Despite its problems, I'll say this game has not aged as poorly. But that's because this game's problem is not its age. This game's problem is that it was never really all that great in the first place, it seems. Spider-Man 2 was a pretty innovative and interesting game that has some outdated stuff in it that hasn't aged the best, but the web swinging and the free roaming and stuff like that is still pretty darn good. Whereas this game was just kind of from the get-go. Let's see. Blue, when you were a kid, there were a lot of militant Christians in your area. A lot of them never read the Bible fully and used to go to your door, and your dad was the only one who let them in. Pull apart the wrong stuff, so they said was in it. It was really entertaining for us as kids. That's funny. Yeah, it's the kind of thing where a lot of people will kind of like... They go in with their own preconceived notions and prejudices, and then will use their religion, whatever that happens to be, whatever brand of whatever religion they happen to subscribe to, they will use it as a way to bolster their own preconceived notions and ideas that they already have. Was 2 the one that started in the Matrix bit? That might have been the first one. I think that was the first one. I'm pretty sure. Believe to treat everyone equally? Yeah, and I don't think that's too much to ask for.
Hurry! I heard one of those thugs saying they were going to take over the subway system.
There's a commuter's nightmare. Don't worry, I'm on it.
Okay, but I love that outfit. Those colors are great. And where do you get those shoes? Do they have them in my size? My god. Hang on. You were saying something about thugs? I got caught up in the outfit. I really like the pink and blue combination. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Hello? Hello? Well, we're here. That's a pile of garbage. Where are we going? What's going on? Down here? Oh, okay. Pink and blue is beautiful? I agree. Even the toxic person who does not deserve it? Well, it depends. I don't believe in unnecessary cruelness. But I mean, people... I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this, because I was going to say, you know, people deserve to get as good as they give, but honestly, when it comes to, like, if people are being truly toxic, if someone is a truly toxic person, if being around them is detrimental to your own mental health, in my opinion, well, for me personally, I think the correct thing to do is to just cut that person out of your life and not deal with them. That's the fact of the matter. For me personally, is that if someone is a legitimate toxic presence on your life, you don't need to... What am I supposed... Oh, lost the footprints? Okay. I'm supposed to be following footprints. Yeah, if someone is a toxic presence on my life, that person needs to be cut out. So yeah, it's not a matter of, you know, giving people... It's not a matter of people getting what they give. It's a matter of, if you're giving me shit, I will give you literally nothing. You are gone. I'm not, you know, we're done. I'm not dealing with that. If I just get hate and shit and vitriol, then it's this button, I think, which is the... There we go. These are the footprints? Jeez. Why are they so faint? Alright, I guess we can... Alright, they're not that bad down here. But yeah, that's my advice to people, is cut toxic people out of your lives.
Wow! Did you see those guys running down the tunnel?
Yeah, crazy. I never seen nothing like that.
Oh, I just needed to go up to those two. Alright.
These tracks should lead me to their hideout.
Okay, so we're going over this way then. Okay. Oh god, ow, 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 they've got guns. Oh, they've got guns. Hang on. What? Okay, we're fine, we're fine. Okay, there we go. These guys are not that bad. Your mom likes to do the, oh, we're family, so you can't just throw us out. Well, wise words I once heard is that you're family when you act like family.
Must be getting close. There's music.
I don't think that people necessarily... I don't think that people necessarily deserve undying loyalty because of a blood tie. Wait, what is, hang on. I know we're having like some deep and serious conversations, but what in God's name is going on over here? Okay, so the subway tokens in this game was a floating rat. Okay. Okay. But yeah, I don't think it's too much to ask that people generally, by default, should treat other people with dignity and respect. And yeah, like I said, if you aren't going...
They're right on the other side of this wall.
If you aren't going to afford me that kind of... treat people with dignity and respect, and if you aren't going to do that for me, then I do not want to interact with you or have you in my life. You're just... we're done.
I think I made a wrong turn somewhere.
Okay, so we've got to go back here. So what do we do here? I got to open this door somehow. Hang on, let's spider sense it. Can I, like, web this up or something? No. I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something here. Is there something I can interact with here? Oh, I can go this way. Got it.
Hey, neighbors. Can I borrow a cup of sugar? Free some hostages?
Ugh, no, jump. God damn it. Oh my god, I have like no room to maneuver in here. Oh god, this sucks. Oh my god, the delay on the jump is killing me here. Who's shooting me? No! Oh my god. I can't prioritize targets at all because there's nothing that allows me to do that. Here we go. I was hoping that I could web onto... Oh god, no. Get out of here, you stupid jerk. Where... Oh god. The combat in this game is not the best part of it, I can tell you that much for gosh dang sure. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, Santa's over there playing with the Ziploc bag. Where are we going? Oh boy. Hello? Okay. Zant spit up a little bit over there. We'll worry about that in a minute. Oh, hostages.
Thanks for the rescue, Spider-Man.
Yeah, you're welcome, boy.
Thank you.
Alright, lads. Where are we going? What are we doing? I'm almost dead. And yeah, that's another good one, Blue. That quote. But yeah, it's another good example of people kind of, you know, twisting stuff to mean what they want it to mean. Sometimes it's easier to, a lot of the time it's easier to just, make philosophical quotes that sound like they're deep and support what you're trying to say, rather than try to actually make an argument on behalf of your point. Oh, there's another token. I guess we'll get that. Why not? Sure, whatever. Boxes? Hello, boxes. Get out of here, boxes. Yeah, I'm the box destroyer. So they called me in college. Not for the reason you might think. Alright, alright. Where am I going? What is going on here? I assume I'm supposed to be going forward instead of back. That's a dead end. Here's another way to go. I'm away, box. That's a dead end. Okay. No more doors up here. Are there any more hostages I need to save? It was just those two dudes. Okay. Oh. No. There was a door up here. That's a dead end. Must have brought a sword to school, went around destroying boxes, yelling, "I must have rupees!" Damn it! How'd you figure it out? I was a big fan of Zelda. In many ways, I still am. Is this a... Okay, all of these doors are dead ends. Those all lead to dead ends. Are there any more doors in here? There do not appear to be. Okay. Is there a way to see, like, my current mission objective or anything? I guess not. I used to like Zelda. I still do, but I used to, too. That's true. That's basically how it goes. Ocarina of Time is one of my favorite video games. Probably play a few more of them on the show at some point here. Tell you one thing I've never played that that I want to play at some point, because I do own a copy, is Ocarina of Time Master Quest. I own the Master Quest version of Ocarina of Time, never actually gotten around to playing it. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything else, any other places in here I can go. Wait a minute. What's that green? There's green. Was that another hostage? I saw green. I didn't even see you over there.
Right on, Spidey.
I legit did not see that guy there. I do like Twilight Princess. Midna's a great character. I mean, it should be obvious my feelings on that, considering my cat is named Zant. Where am I going? What am I doing? What? Excuse me? Where's the checkpoint? Game? Game? Don't you do me like this. You better not do me dirty like this. You better not do me dirty like this. Okay. Alright. Oh, it's the dude. Okay.
Phew, I thought I was a goner there.
It was close.
Yeah, he would have been named Midna if he was a girl. Yep. That is true.
Spider-Man, they hijacked the Express. It's headed that way.
You get to safety. I got a train to catch.
That was a well-placed checkpoint, game. I'll give you that. You earned some slack. We haven't always seen eye to eye, Spider-Man 3, but you just put yourself in my good graces a little bit there with that checkpoint. That was you done a good. You did a good. I'll give credit where credit is due. And going through this hallway is not bad, so we're having a good time. This is all good. Don't piss away this good faith. Let's just be cool. Let's just be cool for the rest of the game. Let's be cool. Can you be cool? We'll see. Huh? Sorry, I'm like going quiet during the combat because it is frustrating and I just want it to be done. The combat is not good. Whew. Spider-Man symbol in the top corner kind of looked like a Dragon Ball. Huh. Notice. Let me see. Upgrade unlocked. Web Ball. Ooh, that could be good. That could be useful. B after another attack. Oh, that could be good. That could be good if we got, like, a ranged attack. Maybe that'll help against that new goblin fight that we tried at the end of, like, the first stream and then didn't go back to because it was frustrating the hell out of me. Zant, what are you doing? Come here. Come here. What are you doing? Come here. You're poking at something. Come here. Hi. How you doing? Be a good boy. Be a good kitty. There you go. Have some butt pats. There you go. Good boy. Okay. What do we got next? What's up next? No. Waiting for that one. Apocalypse Part 3. Okay, well that last one we just did was an Apocalypse one. And that wasn't that bad, so let's continue down that road and see how we do. You like it because you can be a wolf in Twilight Princess? That's a pretty good thing about it. Maybe you can convince Cat that's a good name for the for the baby. Yeah, there you go. That would actually be a pretty rad name. Midna? I wouldn't hate that. Because it doesn't... if you don't know what it is, it doesn't sound, like, completely absurd. Like, it sounds like a name. But what the hell? Oh, the token is just in the middle here. Weird. I like it. It's pretty.
What's up, officer?
Good to see you, Spidey. We got a tip that the Apocalypse want to blow this power station. They do that, there'll be a citywide blackout.
The Apocalypse gang is on the move. Suspect vehicle stopped. Shots fired. All units, please respond.
Time to go put their lights out.
Okay. Oh, I'm following you. Okay. Can I get on the car, or do I want... Hang on, there was a button to run, right? Which was the run button? This one. Okay, got it. This guy just, like... That cop just, like, ram into someone else's car. I mean, not too surprising, I guess. Sounds about right. Can I, like, just get on his car? Or... Oh, hang on. Here we go. Well, the cops just immediately whip out their guns and start shooting, so they got that part down.
The Apocalypse gang is on the move. Suspect vehicle stopped. Shots fired. All units, please respond.
I think I'll go teach them the rules of the road.
I'll lead the way.
Okie dokie. Definitely NYC, yep. Get on. Oh, can I not ride on the car? You'd think that would be the thing to do, just get on top of it. Whoop! Okay. Whoop! Oh boy. Oh, I almost got on it. Dang it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? What the hell? Someone just crashed into something. I'm assuming you guys are the guys. Oh, okay. Thank you, camera. That was cool. Looks like this is the van up here. Oh, there. I go. Okay, okay. Ow, 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 ow. We're fine. Get up. Let's go. Get on the car. Get on there. There we go. I punch you. Oh, he is so dead. XP, XP, XP. There we go. Done. Nice.
Spidey, there's one more car headed right for the power station. We'll never get there in time.
I can.
Because I can do whatever a spider can. Here we go. Woo! Alright, is this going to be timed, I guess? I don't know. We'll see. I guess I got to get there before it gets to the station, or whatever. Well, blackouts are bad, so stopping that will be a good thing to do, I suppose. Whoop! Whee! Alright. We keep... Oh. That got very loud all of a sudden. We keep passing by, like, Activision, billboards, and I'm like, oh yeah, Activision released this game. Ew.
I shouldn't touch that bomb while the power's on.
There we go. Oh god, what?
How am I going to learn to listen to my inner monologue?
Yeah, okay, alright, that was a clever line. What am I doing here? What do I need to mess with? These are yellow, so I need to do something with these, or...
That's one.
Okay, okay. Just flip the switches. Flip the switches, bitches.
Just a few more. One more to go.
Yeah, if they were going for Activision HQ, it'd be like, yeah, good for you.
That's the last one. Now to get that bomb out of here. No time.
Nah, that probably wouldn't actually solve anything because
And fast.
that'd only be like, you know, workers and stuff that are probably don't deserve to get hurt. The bomb exploded. Did it? Did the bomb explode? We didn't animate it, but trust us, the bomb exploded. We didn't want to animate that scene, because that would have taken work. But trust us, the bomb exploded. Okay. And where are we to? What are we doing? Okay. Another decent checkpoint.
Just a wild guess, but I'm thinking I shouldn't touch that bomb while the power's on.
Did you just throw a bottle at me? Alright, alright, alright. Alright, I know what I'm doing now. Oop, nope.
That's
That button.
one.
Over here. Boop.
Just a few more.
Over here. Boop.
One more to go.
Over here.
That's
There we
the
go.
last one. Now to get that bomb out.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
here.
yeah,
No
yeah,
time
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
disarm it. I have to
Don't-
keep this thing somewhere safe.
They got the
and
timer
fast.
still going
Thinking of
down
just
while the
place.
camera flips over there. And I can't see what I'm doing. Okay. Okay. Whoop. Huh. 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 There we go. Some of these missions are not, like, particularly hard. It's just that they're not, like, clearly communicated what to do until, like, you're in the thick of it. So it's kind of... It's hard to figure out what to do the first time around.
It just comes down to who has the power to make the rules. And from now on, we have the power.
Welcome back, Tony. All good.
Our time has come. The apocalypse is here.
So, were you guys the Apocalypse game because you're all like a bunch of Fallout cosplayers? Is that what's going on here?
Kicked you in the ass, and you sure as hell wouldn't know what to do with it if you got it. But hey, you think you're tough guys? In that case, show me what you got.
Did Spider-Man just say ass and hell? Ah! Get up. Ah, God. Hang on. Ugh. Dang it. What's up, buddy? Big fans of the PS1 game Apocalypse with Bruce Willis. I forgot that that existed. You're not allowed to be... Oh, dear. Blue, I think you'll survive. Somehow. Somehow, I think you'll be okay. It might not be easy, but I think you'll be okay. Oh, dear. Alright, the apocalypse ended with you. I thought they said the apocalypse ended with you for a second there. The apocalypse ended you. What's up, buddy? Doing okay? That's a good boy. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, Cat's not happy about it either? Aw. Doc's orders. Alright, let's actually listen to what the hell Spider-Man says to these guys now. Gotta go eat. Have good food, Tony.
Trying to tell us what to do. Trying to tell us what's right and what's wrong. But let me tell you, there ain't no difference. It just comes down to who has the power to make the rules. And from now on, we have the power. We make the rules. Our time has come. The apocalypse is here!
I am so sick of you mouth-breathing knuckle draggers. You wouldn't know power if it kicked you in the ass, and you sure as hell wouldn't know what to do with it if you got it. But hey, you think you're tough guys? In that case, show me what you got.
Okay. But yeah, what... Blue Cat, what you're talking about just reminds me of the, like badly spelled questions about pregnancy, on Yahoo Answers. And a dude on YouTube or somewhere did like a dub reading a bunch of, questions about pregnancy where they were just like badly worded and badly spelled from, Yahoo Answers. And one of them was like, Danger Ops, Prangent Sex, will it hurt baby top of his head? Can I? There we go. Come here. What? Why didn't it work? Why did that not work? I guess I can't web yank you up. Oh, God damn it. Am I Persianate? Can oo get Pragante? That's another good one. Oh, God. There we go. Oh, God, he's got a shotgun. I didn't realize that. Oh, did you just shoot your own friend? You know what the weird thing about the combat in this that is like really frustrating is the counter mechanics. So when someone has like a yellow fist over their head, what you're supposed to do is hold down LB, which is like a bumper on the controller, which is weirdly placed for a counter attack. So you need to hold down LB, which like slows down time, and then you're supposed to be able to hit like the X button when it pops up to do a counter attack. But most of the time, the X button doesn't pop up. And also, just holding down the shoulder button is a frustrating way to do that. I feel like the combat would be significantly improved if, instead of the way that the counter system works now, if it was just, when you see the thing flash above someone's head, press a button and you'll counterattack them. Because the whole hold down the thing and then wait for the opportunity to hit the other thing is not, it's not really working well. If it was more of just like, oh, just hit like the Y button or whatever to counterattack them, I'd actually have more fun with the combat, I think. Yeah, like there I dodged his thing, but I didn't get the opportunity to counterattack. So a lot of the times it just doesn't work. If I get your logo printed on Baby Grow, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna say yes, but what is a Baby Grow? I just think of, for some reason I'm thinking of like a spray can, like of plant growth something, except for babies. A baby onesie. Oh, then yes, absolutely. That would be adorable.
What's wrong? Let me tell you, there ain't no difference. It just comes down to who has...
Alright, alright, alright. Huh. Huh. You know, it makes me feel like I don't have the tools I need to properly engage with the combat in the game that it seems like the game wants me to. Because the tools that it has given me don't work. That web ball is pretty dope, though. Oh, there we go. Yeah, like, why didn't I get a counter opportunity there? Oh, damn it. Alright, let's try this again. Like, I'm trying to... At this point, I want to, like, not panic. I'm trying to, like, take it slow and legitimately figure out how the game wants me to interact with the combat. Because I think I talked about this last time we played this, you know, quoting the, one of Aaron Hansen's videos, one of the sequelitis videos. He was talking about the game Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Like, it is a game, it has rules, it's just doing a bad job of communicating what they are. So, like, I'm trying to figure out what the rules actually are, and how I can engage with the combat in an effective way. And that time I hit it and it didn't work. And also when someone just like, damn it. Hey, what are you doing? Get out of there. Get down. Also when I'm like, trying to like focus on like dodging and okay, careful, don't step on stuff. When I'm like focusing on dodging and like the melee combat and stuff, sometimes someone will just pull out a gun and shoot me. And I'm like, okay, cool. I didn't get like a dodge opportunity for that. I don't really have a tool in my arsenal to like deal with that as it happens. You just get pushed over and died. Yeah, he just like nudged the last bit of my health away. So the combat in this game is weird and bad, and I don't like it. I don't know, maybe I'm like trying to take it too slowly and methodical, and I just need to go ham. Like, maybe that's the problem. Maybe this is not the kind of combat you can just think about it. You just mash buttons and hope for the goddamn best. No, that doesn't seem to be working either, though. The delay on the jump is also very frustrating during the combat, because I don't have a dodge roll or anything like that, so I don't really have another, like, the fact that the jump takes an extra second to get off means that I don't have an effective way of exiting, like, a combat scenario, you know? Oh my god, he just shot me. Alright, cool. What? Like, at this point, I'm not even angry at the game at this point. I'm just legitimately trying to figure out what the best way to approach combat is in this scenario, and I got nothing. Ow, okay, well I had no answer for that, so that was cheap. See, I'm trying to, like, jump out, but once again, the delay on the jump is not... I could just spam this. And but that stops working. It stops working after a few minutes. Like, I'm not able to hook onto someone after a certain point. Oh god, camera. Okay, I think what I need to do is, like, thin out the weaker ones and then just take on whatever's left. I pressed the button to do the counterattack and it didn't work. Oh, frick! He got me again. Dang it. Zant, what are you doing there? What are you clawing at? Alright, we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to use the washroom and grab some more water, and then we're going to try this again. This, I think there's a couple of weaker enemies. Like, there's different tiers of enemies, so I think the first step is to, like, clear out the weaker ones. Probably by doing my, like, jump and my web yank crap. The web ball will probably help with it, too. Maybe I can yank them around. The problem is, since it's mixed enemy types, if I try to, like, there's an attack I can do where I, like, web someone up and, like, pull them, I can yank them around. But if I try to do that to one of the heavier enemies, it's just not going to work. So when it's mixed enemy types, it's harder to do that kind of thing. But I think I need to, like, clear out the weaker enemies and then try to take on the bigger ones. Alright, but yeah, before I do that, we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to stand up for a couple of minutes. So, everybody be sure to stand up, stretch your legs, grab some water, make sure you're well hydrated, and we'll be back in a few moments. Greetings, true believers, and welcome to another swashbuckling episode of History of the Marvel Universe. This week's tale begins years ago in the nation of Sin Kong, a French protectorate in Southeast Asia. There lived the French aristocrat Armand Duquesne and his son Jacques. Armand had been installed as a government official, but he was bigoted towards the Sin Kong natives and abusive towards his Sin Kongese servant Win. Jacques had been raised in Sin Kong, perhaps even born there, and was more compassionate towards the local population. When he turned 18, his father told him that he believed they were the descendants of the Crimson Cavalier, a masked French swordsman who fought alongside other European heroes, such as the original Union Jack, during the First World War. As a sign of this noble heritage, Armand presented his son with a gift, a sword that once belonged to the Crimson Cavalier himself. However, the younger Duquesne was troubled by the oppression felt by the native Sin Kongese over 100 years of French occupation. That same night, Win brought the idealistic Frenchman to a covert meeting where he listened to a rebel speaker named Wang Chu. Inspired by the French soldiers who fought against German occupation of their own country and the colorful costume of the Crimson Cavalier, Jacques Duquesne adopted the masked identity of the Swordsman. A bloody land war began, and over the following year, the swordsman fought alongside Wang Chu and his rebel forces. In exchange for his help, Wang Chu agreed to reunite Duquesne with his father at the end of the conflict. Eventually, French forces retreated and the People's Government of Sin Kong was established. However, Duquesne was horrified to learn that his father had been killed by his own servant Nguyen several months earlier. Wang Chu and his forces attempted to slay the swordsman as well, but Duquesne fought back and fled the country. Escaping to the United States, Duquesne survived by using his sword-wielding skills at various circuses and carnivals. Eventually, he became the star attraction for the Carson Carnival of Traveling Wonders. Then one day, a pair of runaway orphans came to join the circus, Clint and Barney Burton. The boys were impressed by the swordsman's daring and skill. And when a drunken man claiming to be their legal guardian came looking for the boys, Duquesne defended them. Okie dokie. I believe we are back. Hey, Dragon Deathcap, how's it going? Thank you for joining us. Hope you're having a good weekend thus far. Whew. Yes, we're taking on the Apocalypse Gang. We're trying to figure out how to beat this specific combat encounter because it's not very great. So let's move on. Let's keep going. Let's try it. Also, the boy is here. Here's the boy. He's a good boy. Look at this boy. Let's have a look at the boy for a second. There he is. Takes a pet like no problem. Say hi to everyone, Zant. Over here. There you go. Good boy. Look at that sweet lad. Okay, let's try this again. You want a kiss? There you go. Excuse me. Oh, Zilla says it's treat time. Okay, let's do that. He deserves a treat, doesn't he? Razzle. Oh, there you go, buddy. Want one, Razzle? Listening to the Swordsman video while working in the early morning. Oh, I'm glad you like it. I hope it was an enjoyable experience that that made your workday easier. I have to move? This wasn't part of the deal. You being a good baby? Good girl. Hi, buddy. Okay. Let's try and find the solution to this. I think I figured out what the problem here is. What it feels like anyway. Okay,
Welcome to die.
Well, that's for damn sure. We're there, that's for sure. The problem is, it feels like the game is like giving me the tools that I need to defeat these combat encounters, but they don't work. Like, this feels like, you know, someone has given me a set of nails and a broken hammer, if that makes sense. It's like, I've got the hammer, but it don't work, so it's not really doing me much good. Yeah, problem is I put the disc in. Yeah. What? I don't even know what hit me there. Also, one of these guys is way too into it, just going like, Also, there are times when my health is just kind of like getting knocked away and I don't know why. Okay, so I thought the web ball attack would be really good for this kind of thing, but the boss guy here, like this mini-boss character, he just did it and killed me. He can hit me in the middle of that attack animation, which means that the web ball attack is useless against him because he can interrupt it and I'll just take damage. Like, sometimes it seems like he's got super armor, where when I'm doing stuff, he can just, like, you know, poke at me and, like, do chip damage to get my health down. Also, hey, Silver, how's it going? Silver wants a smash point. We're going to make that happen. Silver Bullet, 129. Is up to level 2 for the month. Awesome. We love that. Okay. At least I feel like there's a solution here somewhere. Okay, thank you, camera. Thank you, camera. Couldn't really see what was going on there for a hot second. Now we got it. Okay. Okay, so the air yank is easier to do than I thought it was. Oh my god, I just face planted onto the ground and gave myself damage. Why are you whipping me? Okay, I can't air yank you. Alright, one dude left. Oh my god, this guy's the problem. His attacks are so hard to... Oh my god. The timing window on his attacks is so small. Dragon, I accept your goo. Here we go. No, the air yank is easier to do than I thought it was. Also, air yank is kind of like joining the Mile High Club, except you do it by yourself. The air yank is easier to do than I thought it was, because I thought that you needed to like push down or pull down on the control stick and press the B button, but I just need to tap the B button when I'm in the air. So, I might be able to like web yank some dudes. This like mini boss dude is, the timing on his attacks is rough. I think he is the problem. He's the one that always kills me. Yeah, it's literally just the one dude that's a problem. Because, like, oh god. Because I've got plenty of tactics for dealing with the other. Oh my god, camera! Okay, we're not mad. We're not mad. Because I've got plenty of options for dealing with the other enemies, but they don't work on him. I feel like I'd be less frustrated with this fight if it was just started off as a one-on-one. My god. This is that was a bad run. That was just a bad run. What is with the freaking, like, spinal thing he's got going on there? I don't like being whipped, and it's got to at least take me out to dinner first, you know? I'm not completely against the idea, but, you know, we gotta have a conversation first. Establish some kind of safe word. Mine's banana. Huh. Okay. I think I figured out the infinite air juggle. I think we got that pretty good. Ow. Except oh my god. Then they just all gang up on me and beat me to death with sticks. Oh no. Ow. Boy. Okay. How fancy a dinner are we talking? Depends on who's asking. Cat, for you, it can be 2 McDoubles and a can of Coke. We're not angry. I'm not. I'm getting a little frustrated. I wouldn't say I'm angry.
He's always trying to tell us what to do.
But this does kind of suck. Ow. And this guy, One dude has a gun, but I really don't have any tools that are effective at picking off priority targets. That's another thing. Like, if I could effectively... Hang on. Oh, the gun. I think I have some special attacks I can probably do as well. I forget how those work. Zan, what are you doing? Get out of there. 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 You are pretty great, Cat. I'll give you that. Yeah, there's like... If I had something that could more effectively prioritize targets, then I could... Then the plan would be to take out the long-range targets, then take out, like, the other slightly stronger dudes until it's just, like, the mini-boss guy left, and then fight him. But I have, like... Hey! But I have nothing in my tool set to, Boom! I have nothing in my tool set to prioritize specific targets. And that, in this combat encounter, is a bit of a problem. You had someone ask to be your sugar daddy the other day. I feel like I would have conflicting emotions about that. I'd be like, ew, gross, get away, but also, how much we talking, but no, gross. All that clout, just down the drain, down the drain. It's all gone. No clout for me. If I didn't sell out to Raid Shadow Legends, I'm not going to freaking bigfollows.biz or whatever. Got to get the big follow. All right. Oh, cool. They're just like beating me to death with sticks. I love when stuff just like randomly doesn't work. Alright, are we down to one-on-one? I think we are. I was gonna... No, hang on. What was my special move? I was gonna look that up. Combat details. This tells me nothing. How do I find out? What do we got here? Upgrades. There's like a way to do special moves. I don't remember what they are. Web super attack. R, B, and B. Starting at $8,000 weekly. I'm gonna need to see the cash first. Okay. That was that. And that barely did dick. Oh, God. Wow. You are so far away from me, you're still hitting me. What the hell was that? And he does so much damage. This fight is kind of nonsense. No! What? How in God's name was I in range of that attack? Oh, he's got the stupid whip. That's what he's that's what he's doing. He's like hitting me with the whip. That's got some dumb range on it. That has got some stupid range. So I think ultimately where I'm coming down on the combat mechanics of this game is that they are missing the two things. I feel like I've been consistent on this. In third-person action games, there are two things that I request from my third-person action games. They're required. Just give me these two mechanics. A dodge roll and a lock-on mechanic. I feel like I've been fairly consistent through all the third-person action games that we've played on this channel. If it's missing one or both of those things, I'm like, where's my dodge roll? Where's my lock-on? Ghost Rider had the dodge roll, didn't have the lock-on. What was my problem? Camera, because it didn't have a lock-on mechanic. The camera controls would not have been as big of an issue in that game if it had a lock-on mechanic. I don't have a lock-on mechanic in this game. I don't have a dodge roll in this game. I have nothing. We are flapping in the breeze, my friends. We are naked out here. Whew. Oh boy. Oh boy. See, what I need is a reverse. What's the opposite of like a sugar daddy? What I need is like a rich, cute guy that is gonna like give me money to let him call me daddy. Something like that. Someone's out there somewhere. Someone hook me up with that. Someone hook me up with that. Stronger than you would have dropped this game in the disposal ages ago. Yeah. I mean, in some ways it's entertainingly bad, but now sugar acquaintance. Anyway. Yeah, like, at this point I'm fascinated by the badness of this game at this point. Like, I'm so interested in what ways this game is bad. Zant, where in the hell are you going? Don't step on the keyboard. He's like, I know I'm not allowed over here, and that's exactly why I'm gonna go there. I don't know if he just, like, what is going through his mind? He's like, I'm not allowed over there, so obviously there's got to be treats. What other reason could there be for me not to be allowed there? There's got to be something good to eat over there. You little dummy. Yeah, I see you. Hi. Hello. How you doing? Come here. Little butthead. I love you. I love you. Despite everything. Alright. Let's try this again. Let's see if the web thing is a good starter. Let's see if I can dodge this first shot that dude fires. Okay, that didn't... Wait, hang on. Am I... There we go. Okay, that was... Zant, what are you doing over there? Get out of there! Get out of there! Get out of there! Yeah, if I do like the combo thing that like launches me higher and higher in the air, if I like hit the ground, I'll like splat and do damage, but I think if I land in the water, then I'm fine. Zant, what are you doing? Ugh. No cheese here, no siree. Hey, this is not cheese. I do not count this as cheese at this point. Rewindy and save statey bullshit that we were doing Mega Man yesterday, that's cheese. This is not cheese. At best, it's me abusing the game mechanics, but I don't even consider this abuse at this point because how in God's name else am I supposed to get through these combat encounters? Huh. Uh-oh, hang on. Sick. Okay. Huh. Oh, I knocked him in the water. That's good. So now it's just the dude. Okay, so you were like actually a boss because you've got your own health bar here. Okay, cool. I couldn't see that because of the camera. That's fantastic. Okay, that was bullshit. Oh my god, he's taking so little damage. I wasn't looking at his health until now, but this is what? Oh, I was holding... How am I supposed to beat this guy? What in the goddamn hell? What the actual goddamn hell? You guys can't see his health meter because my camera is covering it. Zant, can you not? It's like when I'm trying... when he attacks, when he has the fist above his head, the way the game has introduced the mechanic as it's supposed to work is that I hold down LB, the left bumper, it goes into slow-mo, and then if the X button pops up on screen, I can press that and do a counterattack. The X button is not popping up on screen, and most of the time, when I'm in slow-mo mode and I'm supposed to be just dodging whatever he throws at me, he can still hit me with a whip. So this boss fight is very, very dumb. What? Frick. This is a bad run. This is a bad run. This is just a bad run. Yeah, like I don't know what like the actual answer to beating this guy is. What is that other thing on the map? There's a green thing on the map, and I don't know what it was. Huh? I'm trying to see if I can knock people into the water. Oh my god, your stupid gun. God, get off my ass. Oh, camera. That didn't work. What was that? I don't even know what just happened. Oh my god, just be dead. I think he's done. Alright, sick. Now, I don't think I can actually do that to this guy. I don't think he can be yanked up. Otherwise, I would try to just, like, knock him in the water or some shit. But, alright. Zant. And for the sake of you guys seeing it, I'm just gonna click over to the game view for a second here. So you guys can see the, his health in the top right. So, yeah, we're just going for just pure game view just for the rest of this run, just so you guys can see how nonsense this is. Ow. Because I actually haven't done any damage to him yet. Alright, a little bit there. Oh, okay, I think we're... I thought I was doing okay, and then I glanced at his health, and he's barely taking any damage there. Yeah, so this is kind of bullshit, as you can see. Okay. And you could probably see me, like, slowing down time to, like, try and dodge his stuff there. A slight imbalance between how much damage you do versus how much he does. Yeah, and which one of us is supposed to be have super strength? Like, I'm frickin' Spider-Man over here. What is the deal? Also, I will totally look at that after stream, Cat. Thank you for sending that to me. That sounds hilarious. I wouldn't even mind it as... You know what? I wouldn't mind it as much if this fight just started off with a one-on-one. Like, this is how this should go, theoretically. It should have me fight, like, half a dozen goons, and have them be not that tough, then checkpoint, and then the boss guy. That would make more sense. Okay. There's at least 2 dudes there. Oh, there's still like 5. Okay, I didn't kill anybody, I don't think. Okay, what's another special attack I have? Do I have any other special attacks that could potentially be useful against the boss? Press and hold down LT to... Wait, what? Dragon Fist, LT to charge. Well, I don't have time to charge against this guy. That's no good. B to grab enemy. That doesn't work against him. RB and X, and then repeat X for a speed super attack. Maybe. We'll try that. We'll try that. I'll try, like, holding down RB and mashing X and see if that does anything. Just thin out his horde here first. I hate how the air yank doesn't work on him either. Admittedly, it'd be a little bit cheesy, but the air yank doesn't work on him. The air yank doesn't work on him, and you can't, like, yank him around with webs. So your ranged attacks are not really useful at all. Alright, I think it's down to just him now. This is the point where if I could save state, I would, but we don't have the we don't have access to that now. We're going in raw and unprotected. That did something. Zant, get out of there. Back up. Get down. Now. Move. Get out. I'm not petting you now. I'm like trying to focus on this. Zant legit, like, while I'm dead focused. No, you sit there and you stay there. While I'm dead focused on the fight, Zant, like, trying to crawl back. I'll tell you where he's trying to get. Behind the computer. Behind the computer is exactly where he's trying to go. He's like, I'm just gonna, like, weasel my way in there. And the funny thing is, he knows. He knows. Because I don't... It's not like I need to, like, physically, like, yank him out of it. He knows. Because I tell him to get out, and he backs up and, like, gets out and, like, gets back over here. Like, I yell at him and he comes back. So he knows he's not supposed to be doing it. He's gonna have to stop. Gonna have to stop. Velith wants me to do a stretch, and that's probably a good idea. Because I gotta get back into this fight and pray to God that this actually works. Huh? Oh God. Oh God. Oh jeez. Oh. Oh, my bones. Oh. 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 Yep. All right. Thank you, Velith. I hope it was good for you too. Let's see. Also, Appa wants a smash point. We're going to do that. It's Appa at level 2 for the month. And Velith wants one as well. Put Velith at level 3. Velith is getting in there. Velith has got a nice little start. So, stretch done. Smash point for Appa. Smash point for Velith. Whew. Oh, yes. The Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse reveal. It's gonna be cool to see one of my boys, one of my Spider boys, that aside from a cameo in the last one, I don't think has ever really been in animation or or live action or anything like that. I'm sure everybody that like really wanted to see it has seen it by now, but has Miguel O'Hara ever been in like a TV show or something like that? He must have been, because there have been like a million Spider-Man TV shows, but not in a movie, at least. I'm sure he was in one of those like Disney Spider-Man Web Warriors TV shows that I've never watched. Probably something like that. Because they've done like a bunch of Spider-Verse like related stuff for that kind of thing. He was in Web Warriors? Yeah, that makes sense. Early 2000s. That was actually not Miguel. That was, it was weird that it wasn't. They did a Spider-Man, it was called Spider-Man, was it Spider-Man Unlimited? Maybe that's what it was. Spider-Man Unlimited was the name of the show, but that was Peter Parker in that. That was not, because the thing with, the thing with Spider-Man Unlimited is that it wasn't... It seemed like it was kind of an answer to Batman Beyond, but it was not in the future. What it was a Spider-Man show set on Counter-Earth. The High Evolutionaries Counter-Earth, which is a thing from the comics. It's just not a Spider-Man thing necessarily. But... yeah, I think like the idea of the show was that, you know, they discover Counter-Earth in like the first episode, and then Spider-Man ends up like following Venom and Carnage, hijack the shuttle that's like going over there, and Spider-Man follows them. So then the show is like Spider-Man on Counter-Earth, and Venom and Carnage are there, and then the rest of the characters are like the New Men or whatever, and I think the High Evolutionary is the main villain in it. But yeah, the Counter-Earth is basically the duplicate of Earth that the High Evolutionary created and put on the opposite side of the solar system. I mentioned it in a couple of videos. I've got 2 videos. They're not, I think they're like 15 minutes long each or something like that, but I've got a 2-part video thing on the High Evolutionary, so most of the details about that would be in there, and I also talk about it in the Adam Warlock video, because, yeah, that version of Counter-Earth it's not a Spider-Man thing, it's more of an Adam Warlock thing. He was the character that was there in the comics. Yeah, hopefully Miguel gets some fans in the new movie, which I think he will. I'm curious to see who else they pull in there. I want to see Jessica Drew as well. Because obviously in the last movie we had Gwen Stacy in there as the younger Spider-Woman. And, you know, so yeah, in the last one we had, you know, Gwen was the younger, like, teenage Spider-Woman. We had Miles as, like, the younger Spider-Man. And, you know, Peter as, like, kind of the older, down-on-his-luck Spider-Man. I hope they put in, like, I'd like to see Jessica Drew as, like, the older, like, has her shit together, like, Spider-Woman kind of character. Like, even, like, more recently in the comics, she's like a mother, like she's got a child. So I'd even be cool with it if they like incorporated that aspect of her character as well. Like she's a mom, like she's on top of her stuff. Oh yeah, Miguel was in Shattered Dimensions, yep, and Edge of Time, yep, he was in those 2 games as well, which was great. Also, he's on like, I haven't played this one yet, but he's on, like, the cover to Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, so apparently he plays a role in that one. He's, like, front and center on the cover of it. Whew. Yeah, the Shattered Dimensions was cool. I played those games a while back, but, yeah, those were pretty neat. Certainly better than this. Speaking of which, I'm like, I should get back into it. Okay. Damn it. Ugh. I had him almost done. I had him like... it was too late to switch over. He had like a less than a quarter of his health left there. I'm like slowly getting it here. I think I know what to do here. The main problem I'm having here is that it's really hard to predict when I need to do like the slow down dodgy mechanic. So I'm just kind of like spamming it more or less and like letting it recharge and like hoping for the best. No. Damn it. I'm really sick of fighting his gang over and over again. Okay, managed to hit the water there. Whew. Alright, sweet. Huh. Huh. Some of these guys have so much health. Oh my god. At least I figured out an infinite juggle. Whew! Dear God, I wish the infinite juggle worked on the boss. I need to do, like, one. No, I can't yank him into the air. He doesn't want to be yanked. I found one attack that works on him. But even that... Okay, even that doesn't work because he can still hit me in the middle of doing it. Oh my god, this fight sucks, dude. Like, all of that, and I only got him, like, not even halfway done. Like, he still had half his health left. Find some exploit. The problem is, I mentioned this before, he can still hit, like, he can hit me during my, like, I've got this attack that basically, like, hits him every time. But he can hit me during my attack animation. Like, he got these, like, quick little, like, pops that just, like, chip damage me during... It's not even chip damage, it's like legit damage, because it's more than a chip. Also, Nexus wants like 3 treat times in a row, so let's do that. Zant has been sitting here being a good boy, so that means he gets to have some treats. Razzle, you want some treaties? There you go, bud. You can have those. You can have 3 of those. Razzle, you want some? Right there for you. Hang on, I'll deliver Razzle some treats. There you go, baby. There you go, you can have those. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm trying to find something that, like, consistently works on this guy. But I don't really have a solid, like, I don't have a solid, consistent answer. Let's, let me get into my things here. Let me see what my other options are in terms of mechanics. These are just like the standard ones. Speed super attack isn't exactly great. What other super attacks did I have? RB and A. Let's see what that does. No, that's probably... I don't know. Yeah, the speed super attack is... I should probably throw some of those into my thing here. I don't really have any other, like, combat ones. LT and X. I haven't really tried that. Let's see how that works. Ow. Oh my god, like... I know this run is kind of a wash. I'm just trying to, like, test some stuff. Although I... Okay. I guess we're not going to test anything. I guess we're not allowed to experiment. Alright. I'm going to yank all of his friends into the air. I'm going to cheese each and every one of them to death. And then we're going to see what I can do with this guy. Yep. Bop, bop. Hup. Bop, bop. Hup. Bop, bop. Whoop. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. This feels like the kind of game where enemies should not have this much health. Oh god. Oh god damn it. Ugh. Thought it was over the water. Huh? Okay. Actually, hang on a sec. Can I? Yeah, I'm trying to, like, whip him out over the water. Oh, you dickhead! And your goddamn ranged attacks. Oh my god. Hang on. Oh, you whippy boy. Crack that whip. Now. Whoop. Ugh. The way he just, like, pops at me and chips at my health through my attacks is bullshit. Like, why can I not just, like, juggle this man? I'm Spider-Man. Can I not just splatter this guy against the sidewalk or whatever? That was kind of a bad run because I went into the fight against the dude with a slightly low health. My god, you just see those freaking bottles fly at me? Oh my god. Oh, goodness me. That guy is having an even worse time than I am. On. Splish. Okay. See, these dudes I got figured out at least. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, you dickhead! I landed and I didn't have enough time to react. My God. Oh my God. When I jump in the air and I try to do the air yank, for the love of God, can you just target the dude that it actually works on and not the other guy? Thanks, game. I appreciate it. That would be great. Stupid thing. Jiminy Christmas. Okay. Oh, come on! Why didn't you do a counter? What? I don't understand at all. Oh! You... We're gonna take a quick break, and I'm gonna try this again in a few minutes. This guy sucks! Greetings, true believers, and welcome to another swashbuckling episode of History of the Marvel Universe. This week's tale begins years ago in the nation of Sin Kong, a French protectorate in Southeast Asia. There lived the French aristocrat Armand Duquesne and his son Jacques. Armand had been installed as a government official, but he was bigoted towards the Sin Kong natives and abusive towards his Sin Kongese servant Win. Jacques had been raised in Sin Kong, perhaps even born there, and was more compassionate towards the local population. When he turned 18, his father told him that he believed they were the descendants of the Crimson Cavalier, a masked French swordsman who fought alongside other European heroes, such as the original Union Jack, during the First World War. As a sign of this noble heritage, Armand presented his son with a gift, a sword that once belonged to the Crimson Cavalier himself. However, the younger Duquesne was troubled by the oppression felt by the native Sin Kongese over 100 years of French occupation. That same night, Win brought the idealistic Frenchman to a covert meeting where he listened to a rebel speaker named Wang Chu. Inspired by the French soldiers who fought against German occupation of their own country and the colorful costume of the Crimson Cavalier, Jacques Duquesne adopted the masked identity of the Swordsman. A bloody land war began, and over the following year, the Swordsman fought alongside Wang Chu and his rebel forces. In exchange for his help, Wang Chu agreed to reunite Duquesne with his father at the end of the conflict. Eventually, French forces retreated and the People's Government of Sin Kong was established. However, Duquesne was horrified to learn that his father had been killed by his own servant Nguyen several months earlier. Wang Chu and his forces attempted to slay the swordsman as well, but Duquesne fought back and fled the country. Escaping to the United States, Duquesne survived by using his sword-wielding skills at various circuses and carnivals. Eventually, he became the star attraction for the Carson Carnival of Traveling. And we're back. I hope you enjoyed the video, Appa. Thank you for watching. I'm pretty happy with how that one turned out. I think that was a good one. I like when I can I like the videos that give me a real excuse to like dig into the like some deep lore stuff, like some real background information. Also, the Sin Kong War is something I kind of wanted to touch on at one point or another. It is interesting how the it is interesting how the Sin Kong War more recently years, I think this is a more recent thing where they've actually like kind of canonized this, that it kind of serves as a stand-in to the Vietnam War, because in the 60s, in Iron Man's original origin, so for those who haven't read like the original comics, which I assume is a lot, Iron Man's origin happened in Vietnam, and it was pretty much the same thing as the movie. Like the first movie, like the whole story of his origin, mostly pretty much the same as in the comics, except in the movie it was Afghanistan, and in the comics it was Vietnam, because it came out in 1963. Now, obviously, yeah, like, and originally with the Iron Man comics, it was literally Vietnam. And, like, even, like, canonically, Sin Kong in the Marvel Universe is directly next to Vietnam. It's between China and Vietnam. So, yeah, like, originally, like, Iron Man was in the Vietnam War, which obviously, like, doesn't make sense now for that to be the story, considering it's, like, the way the timeline slides, because new comics always take place in the modern day, but, you know, Iron Man's origin would have only happened like 15, 20 years ago at this point, so it doesn't make sense for that to be in the Vietnam War. So for that kind of thing, they just kind of shifted it over to the Sin Kong War instead, which totally makes sense, because Sin Kong is like a fictional country that was established to exist way back in the 60s, like in issues of the Avengers. And it was in like the 80s or 90s they did that swordsman story, that flashback that told how like he was involved in a conflict in Sin Kong. And yeah, then they basically just made it canon, like, yeah, the Sin Kong War is basically, you know, any time that in Marvel like history that they mention someone fighting in the Vietnam War or something like that, and it no longer makes sense for that to be the case because of the timeline kind of shifting forward, it's kind of retroactively assumed to be the Sin Kong War instead. So characters like the Punisher, like anytime, you know, the Punisher is a Vietnam vet originally in the comics. So now, like, that's kind of the case because he fought in the Sin Kong War. Same with Rhodey, Jim Rhodes. And I think they even some characters who had like World War II service records, or maybe the Korean War. I'm not sure. It probably would have been the Korean War. Because back in the 60s, they imply that Ben Grimm and Mr. Fantastic, the Thing and Mr. Fantastic, have military history. Reed Richards' Mr. Fantastic more of an advisor role, whereas Ben Grimm was literally a pilot. And I don't remember if they actually said it or not. I think with Reed Richards, they do mention, like, early on, once again, comics that came out in the 60s, they mentioned early on that he served as an advisor or something like that. Like, he served alongside Fury during World War II. And Ben Grimm, they just kind of mentioned that he was a pilot in a war, and I don't remember if they specify. It might have been World War II, it might have been the Korean War. But once again, those no longer make any sense, so those were shifted to the Sin Kong War as well. That was if I remember right, I think it was Kurt Busiek who was a Marvel writer that came up with that idea a while back, but it finally got put into canon in History of the Marvel Universe, which is a book that came out in 2019, which I actually have a very big. Hang on, where is it? Yeah, I've got like a huge ass edition of that there. Let me see. Cat Cam. Yeah, this is my big ass edition of History of the Marvel Universe, and they've got like a nice full page in here. And I did show this page. This will look familiar if you've seen the latest video, because I basically pan over it here. Yeah, this is like the full page shot of them canonizing the Sin Kong War. There's Wong Chu, the Mandarin, Lady Lotus, and then, yeah, Ben Grimm, the Punisher, War Machine, Reed Richards, all involved in that. This book has got some really nice, like, full-page art. This book is really cool. Because it basically presents a lot of Marvel history in chronological order. Like, there's a big, like, 2-page spread here with of World War II with Captain America and the Invaders. Very nice artwork. Yeah, Javier Rodriguez was the art on that, with Alvaro Lopez, I guess, doing the inks. Yeah, Javier Rodriguez did the pencils and colors, Alvaro Lopez was the inker, and Mark Waid wrote it. Let's see, what else do we have in here? Just because there's some really nice art in this book. Yeah, there's another, like, 2-page spread of, like, some of the earliest events in the history of the universe. So you've got, like, the Phoenix Force, the Celestials, the Macron Crystal, like, the Elders of the Universe are in there, Eon, the Watchers being created. So it's, like, just a big 2-page spread of, like, the earliest days of the universe and, like, what was going on back then. It's really cool. And of course, for someone like me who is, you know, familiar with a lot of the stuff that it's talking about already, it's really cool to have, like, a nice, like, really big, well-illustrated book that takes just a lot of that lore and canon and, like, arranges it out in a nice chronological order. Whew. I'm a dork, if you haven't noticed. I know, you're so shocked. Belith, I appreciate you. I want you to know that. You're amazing. Okay, we're breathing. We're hyping myself up before we get back into this fight. Okay. So taking out his henchmen is not the worst part. Oh, okay. Zilla, I appreciate you. Thank you. The thing is, I think this is, like, this feels doable, but the annoying thing is that it feels like one of those things that that requires just as much luck instead of skill. You know what I mean? Because, like, you know, once again, beaten tough boss fights in various games before. Like, the Orphan of Kos is always my go-to example. Because, well, A, because Bloodborne is one of my favorite games. And B, it's just an example of, like, a boss fight that is both well-designed and brutally difficult. Like, it's so... that fight is so goddamn hard. It's so hard. But it's also a matter of... like, beating it is completely a matter of skill. Like, with that fight, it is completely just, I have my tool set at my disposal, this is what I need to do, and I just need to do it. And if I do it right, then I'll win. At no point, like, when I was fighting that guy, did I ever feel, I need luck on my side. I need to get lucky in order to do that. That never crossed my mind. This guy here, I 100% need luck on my side. Also, hang on. He has like damage put on him, and I don't think I've done anything yet. So I wonder, is this game gonna take pity on me? Like, he has some damage already. I don't think I did that. Is this game gonna take pity on me and give him less health the more attempts I take? Because I would be absolutely okay with that. Dynamic difficulty is a thing that happens in many video games, by the way. In ways that you probably don't even notice. Like, one was pointed out to me at one point where, there's a part in the castle in Resident Evil 4, where, like, there's a bunch of zombies that spawn in, and you have to fight them, because it's a Resident Evil game, obviously. But if you die, if you have to do that section again, like, it'll be the exact same thing, but fewer zombies spawn in. And that kind of dynamic difficulty leveling is clever. And it's always a good call. Always a good idea. Let me go back to this. Actually, you know, well, I'm going to leave the full view on while I'm fighting this guy, just so you can see his health during this run. And we'll see how I do. We'll see if we can do it. Oh, we're back. Oh, boy. I had no health left at the end of that. I had 0 health. I had no health. I think the game might have been taking pity on me at the end. Oh, boy. Oh, a lot of shooters make that last bullet in the clip do more damage. That makes sense. Oh, holy crap. That fight sucked. Web swing kick. LT and Y. Okay. Oh my god. Well, we managed it somehow. Somehow or another. Okay. Alright. Reminder that I did that mission because the last Apocalypse one wasn't as bad, so... okay. Hey, look! Guys. Guys! Do you know what time it is? Do you know what time it is? Guess what time it is? It's New Goblin time. It's time to fight the New Goblin because we are out of other missions. Oh, there's no god where we're going, Zilla. There are only goblins. Here there be goblins. Or rather, there be goblins. 3,000 feet? Over that way? I want to say, I don't know how many. I don't know what unit of measurement we're dealing with. But we're going to go fight the New Goblin. Which is... I mean... Spider-Man 3, the film. Like... Okay, the first movie had an okay Green Goblin design. It was a bit Power Rangers-esque, but, you know, it had the mask, it had, like, an armored suit, whatever. It was like, okay, you've got a Green Goblin design there. Spider-Man 3, you know, obviously they're adapting the classic comic book story where Harry Osborn becomes the Green Goblin. In the comics, he just wore the same suit as his dad, like, had the exact same uniform, but... You know, okay, so they can go back to the Green Goblin design. Maybe they'll have a chance to tweak it a little bit. They usually tweak the superhero costumes in between movies. So it's like, okay, well, in my opinion, the original Green Goblin costume had a little too much green on it. Could use some purple, a little bit more color balance. I feel like they've solved that problem nicely in the, from what we've seen in the, from the images for the upcoming, No Way Home film, in which that Green Goblin suit is going to get another chance. I feel like they fixed the color balance in it somewhat, not by changing the suit, but to me it looks like the underlayer is a little bit darker. Which kind of does a lot, and just the texture on it, like it looks like it's textured nicely. So they didn't really redesign the suit; they just kind of like adjusted it slightly to look a little bit better, in my opinion. That's what it looks like to me. But anyway, back to Spider-Man 3. They had an opportunity to kind of do that there. Just kind of touch up the suit, make it look a little bit better. And they decided to New Goblin it instead. And give him a flying snowboard or something like that. Like he was the goddamn Rocket Racer. Which, don't get me wrong, Rocket Racer is a fun character. Not against having Rocket Racer in a film. Hell, funnily enough, I think in Spider-Man 3, or 4, the cancelled one, at one point they were going to have the big wheel in there. Which is a character that drives around in a big wheel. Anyway, why did they New Goblin? Could have had it. Yeah, they could have done the Hobgoblin thing. That's kind of what they did in the Ultimate Universe, where Harry was the Hobgoblin. Yeah, that's not what happened in like the main, in like the Prime Marvel Universe. But you know, you can mess with that if you want to give him like a different costume. Yeah, you can like orange it. You can make him the Hobgoblin. That would work. There's been multiple Hobgoblins, so I'm not against that idea out of hand. Why did they New Goblin? Oh well.
What could have happened to him?
Okay, here we go. He's got flips. Flips and dips.
Harry, please! I didn't kill your dad!
Shut up! I don't want to hear any more of your lies.
Like, is this basically a quick time fight? Do I not get an opportunity to... Oh. Yeah, this is a quick time fight. Alright. Whatever. This is literally just quick time events until we get down on the ground. Oh, I did it wrong. Ow, he hit me in the head.
You're my best friend, Harry. I don't want to fight you.
Yeah? Well, then hurry up and die.
Oh, what? Okay. It's weird. I had to go 2 directions there. Bop, bop. Got it. Okay.
You obviously know your dad was the Green Goblin. He was trying to kill me.
I wish he had. You had no right to take him from me.
This is dumb. Do I have to, like, get his entire health bar down in this section before we move on to the next one? This part isn't even hard. This is just dumb. I'm playing Simon Says at this point. Oh well. Yeah, okay. Alright, cool. Had to move the stick in 4 directions that time. Ow. Ow. Ow! Okay, where is he? There he is.
Is this all you've got?
Oh, god damn it. Oh, I hate this fight. Oh, I hate this fight.
Pathetic.
Okay.
Oh, that was fun.
Is he gonna have full health when I retry this? Hang on. So, you can't really see his health on the screen there, but doing the QuickTime event stuff... So, doing the QuickTime event stuff at the start of the fight does do damage to his health, but then if he kills you when you restart the fight, then his health is maxed again. That's so dumb. Where'd he go?
Is this all you've got?
Pathetic.
What? Oh, God.
Oh, that was fun.
Okay, so I was doing okay, and then he just decided to blow me up, because I guess he can just do that. Alright, 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 you piece of crap. The bosses in this fight are terrible. Or in this game, rather. Oh, you son of a dick.
Is this all you've got?
Oh my god, my kingdom for a lock-on mechanic.
Pathetic.
Oh boy.
Well, that was fun.
Did we learn nothing from Ghost Rider? Did we learn nothing from Ghost Rider? If your game is going to have a shit camera, then you need to have a lock-on mechanic. Let me lock on. It's a one-on-one fight. Focus on the enemy I'm trying to hit. It's a one-on-one fight. Camera! Look at the enemy! Look at him! I know the costume is bad, but come on! I would like to see the dude that's trying to run me through with the sword, please. It'd be appreciated if I could see what in God's name I was doing. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. Alright. This is where we were at the end of the first stream. We're not leaving until I beat this. I'm not making that promise, but... God damn it, where'd you go? Harry! Okay, camera. Oh my god, I can't see dick.
Is this all you've got? Pathetic.
Oh my god. Whose balls do I have to fondle to get a camera that actually looks at the enemy I'm trying to fight? Who do I have to gargle to make that happen for me? What Faustian pact must be made? God damn it. If I had a marriage, I'd sell it to Mephisto to make this work. Ugh. This game is grinding down my patience. I won't tell you, but I will say that his name rhymes with Pulverine. Blue volunteers as tribute? Of course he does. Of course. If I thought he could help. If I thought he could help. Oh, God. Yeah, that sounds like it's more for his benefit than mine, I think. I feel like I'm getting the raw end of the deal here. Where?
all you've got?
Yeah, F that mailbox. Or whatever it was. Newspaper stand, you mother.
Pathetic.
Well, we got an achievement. If nothing else, we got those 10G.
Oh, that was fun.
This is painful. This is painful. This is absolutely painful. This is worse than that last guy we fought because he couldn't fly or throw bombs. Oh my god, you can't have a flying enemy in a third-person action game like this and not have a goddamn lock-on mechanic. How can you have a flying boss and not have a lock-on mechanic?
Is this all you've got?
Oh, I've just game. Please have pity on me. Please have pity on my poor soul. Oh god, the bombs. Ow, ow, no, my face. Oh, ow. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Christ almighty. Oh, boy. Okay. Where is he? There he is. I think I found a way to cheese. I think I've discovered some cheese. Oh my god, I found... What? No, come on, game. Get back here. Oh, I found so much cheese. Oh god, you guys wouldn't believe it. I think I just discovered the key to this entire game.
get you to the hospital.
I think I just found the key to this entire game. And I don't know if it'll work on other fights, but it worked on this one. Hang on. So, you know how I hold down LB to, like, slow down time and, like, dodge stuff? That drains, like, like, the only reason I can't do that indefinitely is that it drains, like, the blue meter that's next to my health. So I need to, like, let it recharge. It recharges pretty quickly. What I did there, instead of, like, holding down LB, I mashed the button for it. I mashed LB and X, which is the light attack button, at the same time. So I was basically mashing down the slowdown button repeatedly, making it go like woo, 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 woo. Just slow down, like just my big throbbing slowdown, just going woo, 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 mashing that, and it wasn't really draining the meter. And I just jammed on light attack at the same time. So basically, just slow down time and beat the shit out of them. Aster, how's it going? Thank you for joining us. Hope you're having a good day. We just beat up the new goblin. And now I guess we need to take him to the hospital because he smashed his brains in. And I'm almost excited. I'm almost excited to get to another boss fight just to see if that cheese works. Because if that works, oh god, we've got infinite air juggles for scrubs, and we've got spammy light attack slowdown nonsense for bosses. We might have just solved the game. Speaking of which, everybody just lost the game, but we might have just won this game. Oh. 8 hours of play and we've reached maybe 20 minutes into the movie. Good lord. To be fair, that's probably because after trying this fight at the end of the first stream, I immediately decided to do everything else. Because I did not want to do this fight again. Come on, we gotta get Harry to the hospital within 30 seconds or else he's not gonna be able to show up in the climax and save the day. Spoiler alert, who cares? Wait, where are we going? Not cool? I disagree. I think it's very cool. I think it is very, very cool. I'm actually a big fan. I'm actually a big fan of what we found. And I'm going to do it at every conceivable opportunity. Special locations allow web slingshot. Okay. I love this plan. I'm excited to be a part of it. Is that Mac Gargan? Is that the scorpion? It looks like a scorpion tail. He was in the first game, wasn't he? I think he was. Maybe not. I thought we saw him before.
Mr. Gargan, I have another job for you.
Gargan.
No! I won't do it! You said you'd make me normal again.
Oh, the losing the game. I did it so quick I forgot I did it.
Dr. Andrews has done a fine job with your body, but your mind is still in need of an adjustment. If you resist, you'll force me to use other methods.
Please. No. Not again. I can't take it. Let me go!
I'd rather not resort to mind control. You're more effective without it, but it's your choice.
What do you want me to do?
Oh, someone's got control over the scorpion.
Man, guy's a monster. You sure he's secure back there?
That brood ain't going nowhere.
Oh, who they got? Rhino?
Whoa, something at the roof.
Oh boy. He's got like a sickle on the end of his tail. Yeah. It's like a scythe. Or no, sickle would be the right name for that. Hey, it is the Rhino, I guess right. Alexei Sitsevich is a Rhino, da. Oh, he's big in this game. He a big boy.
Sorry, Scorp.
Who dat? Oh, it's the scientist lady. Am I supposed to know who that is, I wonder? Is she someone? He was bigger than the box they had him in. Yeah, they had him crammed in. I'd be cranky, too. Had me crammed in a box that tight.
Jessica.
I'm here, Matt.
Oh, no, that's someone else.
Be careful putting him in the van.
Apparently in the Xbox version, Kraven is a boss. The original Xbox or Xbox 360? Because this is Xbox 360 we're playing on.
I've heard that name before.
Okay. I guess we're not in a mission now. All right. Fair enough. What do we got next? Scorpion. Dragon Tail. DeWolf. Mary Jane Thrill Ride. Mad Bomber. Well, what's the closest thing? Wait, what? Oh, I guess we're kind of far away from any of them. But yeah, it looks like the closest one is the Gene DeWolf one. So we'll do that, I guess. Sure, why not? Oh, OG Xbox, so the first Spider-Man movie game. Oh, interesting. Yeah, we played it on GameCube, and I don't remember Kraven being in it. That's unfortunate. I like Kraven. Kraven's a cool villain. I just finished reading a recent story arc with him called Hunted. Also, I was going to say, Zilla, you make the joke, McDonald's Gargan, but that's basically what his real name is. Like, Mac actually stands for McDonald. So his real name is McDonald Gargan, except M-A-C. You're aware? Okay, cool. I underestimated you, Zilla. I could go for some McDonald's. I say that, but not really. I haven't had fast food since 2019, I want to say. Maybe early 2020. Definitely since before lockdown. I've not had... I'm actually kind of proud of myself for that. I have not had any fast food during lockdown at all. I've been off fast food since then. So, pretty good, I think. Oh. Still have, like, junk food once in a while, of course. Like, every now and then I'll get, like, you know, not takeout, but I'll get, like, a pizza. I'll either make one myself or, just get, like, a frozen pizza. Some of them are alright. Whoop! I think I'm just getting hungry in general now. What time is it? We'll go for a little bit longer. Still haven't hit the 3.5 hour mark. I like to go for at least 3.5 hour. You know, usually at least 4, but kind of depends on the game and how we're feeling. But at this point, I try to make the streams at least 3.5 hours. It went for a while yesterday. Yesterday ended up being longer than I thought it would, but we did end up beating Mega Man 4 in one go, which is good. I think we're gonna stick to the plan for now, at least, with the Mega Man games of trying to do the first 6, the NES ones. We'll do all of those in one go. Yeah, we'll do the 6 NES Mega Man games in one go each. And then after that, we won't have access to Rewind anymore, so we'll kind of play it by ear with 7 onward. and see how it goes. Day by day kind of thing. Oh boy. Okay, we're good. Where are we going? Where are we going? Down here. Here we go. DeWolf 2. Hello? There we
Hey,
go.
Wolf. How's tricks?
Couldn't be worse. I just discovered dirty cops in the department. One or two would be bad enough, but it looks like the department's infested with them. I overheard some talk about a business meeting with one of the local gangs. Might be a payoff. So...
I know. You want me to break it up and get you evidence to nail him.
Exactly. I didn't hear the details, but they definitely mentioned the toy factory. Sounds like a good place to start.
I'll check it out.
I am
Hey,
wondering
by
if
the
the
way,
Sin
DeWolf,
Eater is going to show up in this.
Watch your back, okay?
Hey, I can take care of myself.
Her heart's in the right place, but she really needs to lighten up.
Yeah, in the comics, the Sin Eater is a villain that kills Jean DeWolf. And he was actually a crooked cop, so... And also his existence is kind of tied to Venom's backstory in the comics, because it was an article about the Sin Eater that got debunked. That was kind of the start of Eddie's journalistic career being thrown in the crapper, because he did a whole expose on the Sin Eater, doing an interview with a guy who confessed to being the Sin Eater, which turned out to not be the case when Spider-Man caught the real one and kind of ruined Brock's career. So, I don't know. I'm wondering if that character is going to be involved in this. I wouldn't be surprised if they're not.
This is the toy factory. Now to find that meeting.
But just considering that, how is this supposed to work? What's going on here? Just considering that both Venom and Jean DeWolf are in this game, it feels like it would make sense. It's the kind of thing where, you know, just based on what else is in this game, I'm sure that the writers of it are well aware of, like, the Sin Eater and what his deal is. What's going on here?
I should get some photo evidence for DeWolf before I crash the party.
Okay, how's that supposed to work? What are we doing here? Wait, what?
All right, cop, we got your money.
Good job, honey. Just so's you know, I also take payment in services rendered, if you know what I mean.
Screw that, cash or nothing. And you stay out of Arsenic Candy turf. Make sure evidence against the girls goes missing and anything else we need.
Yeah, it ain't charity. We know our end of the bargain.
You better, cause hell has no fury like an arsenic girl scorned.
All right already, I get it. We doing this or what?
I'm not 100% of what we're supposed to be doing here. Money of the picture of the money changing hands.
This is the toy factory.
Oh, god
Now
damn
to
it.
find that meeting.
Why? Alright. Why the hell is the checkpoint here? Yeah, alright. Which way am I going? This way. Okay, okay. Whoop! Okay. Let's see if I can figure out what we're actually supposed to be doing with this mission here. It is not abundantly clear.
I should get some photo evidence for DeWolf before I
can't-
crash the
okay.
party.
I don't understand what the target things are supposed to mean.
cop. We got your money.
Good job, honey. Just so you know, I also take payment in services rendered, if you know what I mean.
Screw that. Cash or nothing. And you stay out of Arsenic Candy turf. Make sure evidence against the girls goes missing.
Okay, I understand now.
Yeah, it ain't charity. We know our end of the bargain.
You better, cause hell has no fury like an arsenic girl scorn.
All right already, I get it. We doing this or what?
Okay, got it.
I have the
Nice.
shot I needed. Now, to take care of these guys.
Oh, I guess we're going down. Oh yeah, the arsenic girls are still in this. What? Jump. I got a brand new combine harvester. I'll give you the key. Da-dum dum dum dum. Come on now, let's get together in perfect harmony. Da 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 da. I've got 40 acres and you've got 43. But I've got a brand new combine harvester. I'll give you the key. Ow. Is that my insanity song? Yeah, basically. I also just enjoy that song generally. I'm doing my cheese. Come on, hit her. Alright, I think I actually need to, like, slow down and watch this one. This is one of those hammer girls. Oh, bitch. Last one got me. Yeah, those, like, arsenic girls... Hang on. Those arsenic girls with, like, the hammers, I actually need to, like, slow down and watch. She's dodging the cheese. She's lactose intolerant. Yeah, those...
Toy factory. Now, to find that meeting.
Oh, you ass! This checkpoint is ass. Well, that's some bullshit. Alright, it's fine. This is not that long or that bad.
I should get some photo evidence for DeWolf before I crash the party.
Okay, where's a spot to stand?
All right, cop. We got your money.
Good job, honey. Just so you know, I also take payment in...
Come on! What is this nonsense?
This is the toy factory.
Alright.
Now, to find that meeting.
This is stupid. This game is kind of dumb sometimes. Sometimes. Most of the time. Yeah, pretty much all the time. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I got it. Let me...
I should get some photo evidence for DeWolf before I crash the party.
All right, cop. We got
what?
money.
Come on. Oh, I hate this game. This game is a bad game. Alright, alright,
This
alright.
is the toy factory.
Alright.
Now to find that meeting.
Yeah, I got it. What a load of garbage that was. Okay. Okay. Yes.
I should get some photo evidence for DeWolf before I crash the party.
Yeah, okay, come on, come on, come on, come on. Get, oh my god. Get up there. Get up there.
All right, cop, we got your money.
Where are we
Good
standing?
job, honey. Just so you know.
Where am I going?
I also take payment in services rendered, if you know what I mean.
Screw that, cash or nothing. And you stay out of Arsenic Candy Turf. Make sure evidence against the girls goes missing and anything else we need.
Yeah, it ain't charity. We.
For fuck's sake. Oh god. I need this hate
This is
out
the
of
toy
my body.
factory. Now to find that meeting.
Okay. Yes, I got it. Please stop.
I should get some photo evidence for DeWolf before I crash the party.
Okay, where are those spots?
All right, cop, we got your money.
Good job, honey. Just so you know, I also take payment in services rendered, if you know what I mean.
Screw that, cash or nothing. And you stay out of Arsenic Candy Turf. Make sure evidence against the girls goes missing and anything else we need.
Yeah, it ain't charity. We know our end of the bargain.
You better, cause hell has no fury like an arsenic girl scorn.
Where?
All
Where?
right,
I can't.
already.
Where
I
is
get
it?
it.
Where is it?
We're
Where is
doing
it?
this or what?
Oh, okay.
I
See,
have
there
the
should be a
shot I
checkpoint
needed.
right
Now,
there.
to take care of these guys.
What? No, no, no. Jump, you jacket! Oh my god. The delay on the jump button is like really rough in combat. Okay, we're oh god. Oh. Oh, that guy's totally dead. Okay, you. There we go. Alright, cool. Got her. As far as one-on-one fights go, those, the arsenic girls with the hammers? Actually not that bad. And by that I mean, like, they're tough. It's like fights that you actually need to pay attention to. But they don't feel like they're unfair like some of the other stupid fights in this. Like, it feels like I actually have some control over the situation. Like, there's a way to beat them and you just need to actually do it. You know, like, a fight in a video game should probably feel. But of course, that only really counts when they're one-on-one with those. When there's a crowd of enemies around, then it's just a pain in the ass all over again. So anyway, if we see a guy named Stan Carter, then start being nervous for Jean over here. 'Cause it's not, at that point, it's not looking good for her. Oh, there she is. Oh, there we go. Got it.
I owe you for catching those dirty cops. Hopefully I'll get one of them to crack and I can throw all the trash out of the department.
Glad I could help tidy up.
Punch Fury. Y then repeat X. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, what else we got? What's next? Mary Jane Thrill Ride. Alright, sure. Punch Fury. Sam Jackson in this? No, but weirdly enough, Nick Fury was in the, I guess not weirdly in that one. The Nick Fury was in the Ultimate Spider-Man game, which, you know, makes sense because he would have been involved in the Ultimate Spider-Man comics, which that one is more closely based on. The one I thought weird, it was weird seeing Nick Fury show up in was the Fantastic Four game for GameCube had Nick Fury in it. Looking kind of Sam Jackson-esque.
Thanks for coming. You're so much faster than a cab.
Alright, where are we going? Gotcha. On you get.
Hang on.
Woo!
Go really fast.
Whee! These are not bad. Just swinging around the city, this is fun enough.
We're moving.
Depending on how bad this time limit is going to be, I guess.
Swing up real high. Uh-oh. Those look like apocalypse thugs.
What? MJ gets scared when enemies are nearby. When enemies are near, you will not receive hurts for going low, high, or fast. Press X to put her down and beat them up to get hurts and time, or get far enough away from them. Okay. Let's just get away. I don't want to... Why would I want to fight? The combat sucks. Plus, I've got, like, waypoints to get to.
I want to go even higher.
Yeah, just let's zoom from one waypoint to the next. Yeah, okay.
I want to go even higher.
Oh god, I can't stick to this. I can't stick to walls while I'm carrying MJ. Oh god.
Stay as high up as you can.
Yeah, we're getting high. We're getting up there. I'm trying to get to the checkpoint. I can't really see it because the camera kind of sucks.
No, I'm going to be late.
Oh god.
Swing up real high.
Okay, well, I think we ran out of time and got a different waypoint, so... Whatever. Oh, God, no, come on! Game, please. Please, game.
Swing really close to the ground.
Or maybe I didn't run out of time. Maybe I did actually hit the thing. She wants us to go low, huh? Alright. Alright, MJ. I'm feeling it.
This is so fun.
Let's go, let's go. Gotta get low, get low.
Swing up real high.
Oh, now we're going high. Alright, get up. Okay, okay. Hang on. Huh? Yep. I ran out of buildings for a second there.
Swing up real high!
MJ getting high? I feel like there's an after-school special to be written there somewhere. Oh, come on, please. Game, come on.
Real high!
I'm trying.
Swing really close to the ground.
Alright, alright. You want me to go down? I'll go down. That's just the kind of guy I am. We're almost at the 300 there. I think we're good. I think once we hit that, then it's mission success.
This is so fun!
Oh, hearts maxed. Okay, no, it's not mission success, but we did... God, can we... Swing! Where are we going? What are we doing? What's the deal here?
This is so fun!
Huh?
Go really fast!
Okay, it's over there. She's probably not going to like falling in the river, so let's avoid that. Huh?
Uh-oh. Those look like apocalypse thugs. Now we're moving!
I mean, the hearts are maxed. What is the point of this now? It's just to keep going to the waypoints? I guess so. Oh, crap. Oh, God, dead end. Come on, why, game? Son of a dingus dongus.
Oh no, I'm going to be late!
Where's the thing? Oh, God, what? Where is it? Come on. Game. Suck my bowels. Oh, God damn it. I hit a dead freaking end, man. That was some horsewash.
It's so much faster than a cab.
I wanted to say hogwash
Okay,
and
hang on.
horseshit, so I ended up saying horsewash.
Go really fast!
So this is just a matter of going to the waypoints, I guess. I don't know what the point of the hearts is. I don't remember. This game would have explained it to me, but that was a few weeks ago at this point. God damn it. Go!
This is really fast! I think those are Dragon Tail thugs, right? Swing up real high!
Oh, God damn it, the sign! Oh my God, the tree.
Swing up real high!
I'm going! Get off my case!
Stay as high up as you can!
Come on, game, please, get up! Get up! Oh my God. Get up there. Why? I can't stick to the walls while she's on my back! This sucks! Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Eee. Lolly lule lo.
Thanks for coming. You're so much faster than a cab.
Get on.
Okay, hang on.
Huh?
Go really fast.
Am I supposed to be following these? I don't. Oh my God! Frickin'! I'm getting caught on the world geometry. Oh baby.
This is really fast.
Oh baby. Oh baby.
Uh-oh. Those look like apocalypse thugs. I'm going to miss my appointment.
Whatever. We're going. We're getting there. Shut up.
Swing up real high.
God, game, do the things that I want you to do.
Thugs. I want to go even higher.
I'm working on it.
Stay as high up as you can.
God. I can't get up there. Game! What is with these missions? Like, why can't I stick to walls when she's on my back? That's so stupid. That's the entire point of being Spider-Man.
Okay, hang on.
What's the point of doing... Why is there a section in a Spider-Man game where I can't stick to the wall? Why is there a section in a Spider-Man game where I can't stick to the wall? That's the entire point. It's the entire point of the character. It's the idea that inspired the whole thing. The fact that the dude can stick to walls.
It's those arsenic girls.
Go! My God. Do the web zip!
I'm going to miss my appointment.
MJ, I'm going to yeet you off of a building. I am gonna Gwen Stacy you myself. I swear to God.
Stay as high up as you can. Stay as high up as you can.
Get the thing! Hit it! Yes! Jesus! Oh.
This is so fun.
No, come on, please. Jesus, game.
This is so fun.
Okay. Huh. Oh, come on. Please. Get up there. Get up there.
I'm going to miss my appointment.
There we go.
Swing really
Okay.
close to the ground.
Okay.
This is so fun.
I think... I could be wrong. I think the point of the hurts is that you do need to have them maxed out by the end. But you still need to get all the way through the course.
Real high. Stay as high up as you can.
Whew. Also, I think the hurts do form like a trail that kind of like tell you where to go, but it's not always easy to see. Swing, you son of a bitch. It's not always easy to see.
Swing really close to the ground.
Wait, what the frick was that? It like froze up for a second there.
This is so fun.
I actually kind of hate this.
Candies on the loose.
Screw them. They're always on the loose.
Woohoo! Go really fast.
Yeah.
Looks like arsenic candies on the loose. This is really fast.
Where's the freaking thing? There it is. Go to it. Oh my god. So when I failed, I was like headed towards the last one.
Thanks for the lift. I'll see you later.
She was going to the hospital? What? Something I should know about? Okay. Hey look, we unlocked higher swing speed. That might have made that easier if we had it before, but we got it now. Holy jeez. Okay. Alright. Whew. What do we got next? Herd thrill ride for Mary Jane. I don't know if I want to do that. Do we need to do the thrill rides? I don't know if I want to do the thrill rides. There's Dragon Trail. There's Mad Bomber. And there's the Scorpion one. Well, that's obviously the story mission. Whew. Well, you know what? I think we got some stuff to pick up for next time. Because I am getting hungry. I gotta get some food in my gullet. And we can continue this on the next episode, which will be next week. So, thank you guys for hanging out. This was good. We made some good progress here, I think. Yeah, so next week we'll continue this. We'll play some more Spider-Man 3, and we'll do Mega Man... We're up to Mega Man 5 next Saturday. My nose is itchy. There we go. Yeah, we'll do Mega Man 5 next Saturday. Yeah, we did get stuff done. We made some progress. We beat the new Goblin. So we've gotten through some barriers. I need to remember my cheese, because that's probably going to be good for some of those one-on-one boss fights. We'll see if that works again for another one. It'll definitely be worth a try. But we're starting to put together some cheesy strats that we can pull out of our arsenal. But yeah, next week Mega Man 5, more Spider-Man 3. We'll see how far we get into this. Yeah, I don't know how long this game is going to be. I feel like once we run out of other random missions, it'll kind of just be mainlining the movie plot. But I don't know. I don't know if how that's gonna work out. Yeah, if you want to know what I'm going to be playing and when I'm going to be playing it, you can always follow me on Twitter, join me on the Discord. I always put the stream schedule on those places. Easiest place to find it is always going to be in the announcements section on the Discord, so you won't have to scroll back through tweets. But I do tweet it out after the show as well, usually on Sunday evenings. And we were talking about it earlier, of course. If you haven't seen it in its entirety already, you would have seen the start of it during any intermissions. Check out the video on The Swordsman. Was up late Friday night getting that finished, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I gotta say, I'm pretty pleased with the results overall. And if you like what I do, if you want to support me, you can do that on Patreon as well. I do have a Patreon. You can sign up for as little as $1 a month. It'll give you the Mighty Avenger role and a nice golden name over on the Discord server. And every month it'll let you vote in a poll that'll get another video topic added to the schedule. So if you want to vote on topics to get added, you can support me on Patreon for as little as $1 a month and make that happen. Or if you want to suggest topics, you can do that in the YouTube comments for free without membership or subscription or anything like that. Anybody can put suggestions in the YouTube comments, and from those suggestions, I pick ones that are added to the polls. So that's also very important if there's a topic that you want to see me get covered. You want to see me cover. Yeah, let's see who we're going to raid tonight. Let's see. Looks like Kath is on. Kath is playing some My Time at Portia, so I'm going to send you guys over to Katharina Game. She is a lovely VTuber. She is a green witch, and she is a good bean all around. I don't think I've got anything else for you. Razzle is there. She's asleep, pretty much. Yeah, I guess that's it. We're going to get this raid going. I'm going to put my raid command into the chat. That's what I'm forgetting, is Nightbot's little message here. So stick around for the raid. If you're collecting channel points, then it'll give you a nice little boost of those. Make sure to copy and paste Nightbot's message. If you are subscribed, it'll look like mine here. If you are not subscribed, you can unlock those emotes with channel points, or you can just yell Merry Raid and use whatever similar emotes you would like to use. I appreciate anybody that sticks around for the raid, anybody that yells Merry Raid when we get in there, because, full disclosure, it makes me look cool. I like anybody that does that because it makes me look like a big deal, even though I'm really not. But I appreciate anybody that hangs out with me anyway. We're going to get this raid going. There we go. We're going to go say hi to Katharina Game. And I'm going to say thank you guys once again so much for joining me. And until next time, true believers, Excelsior!